whatever recordings you have, or it goes straight to
Yep.
the Amazon servers. And in my head, I'm just like, yeah, agencies are going to be all over that.
In the world we live in today, power doesn't only come from weapons, money, or armies. It comes from information. And those who control information control the world. Once upon a time, intelligence agencies like the CIA, MI6, and the KGB were the masters of secrets. They used spies, wiretaps, and classified files to monitor governments and individuals. But in the 21st century, a new kind of intelligence network has emerged, not built by states, but by corporations. Companies that started as tech innovators are now functioning as the most powerful surveillance systems on Earth. This is the story of how tech giants quietly became the new intelligence agencies. It all began with a promise to connect, simplify, and empower. Google wanted to make the world's information accessible to everyone. Facebook wanted to bring people closer. Apple promised privacy and innovation in every hand. Amazon wanted to make shopping easier and more personal. But behind these noble goals, something deeper was forming. Every time we use these platforms, we handed over tiny pieces of ourselves, our habits, preferences, movements, conversations, and even emotions. Over time, these pieces turned into mountains of behavioral data, and that data became the foundation of a new kind of power, digital intelligence. Think about how much these companies know about you. Google can predict your next vacation destination based on your search history. Facebook, or now Meta, can guess your mood from the kind of posts you like or skip. Amazon knows your buying patterns so precisely it can predict when you'll run out of toothpaste. Apple knows your location, your daily screen time, and even your heart rate through its devices. Collectively, this data doesn't just describe you, it defines you. It's like each person has a digital twin existing in servers across the world, constantly updated and analyzed. In the old world, intelligence agencies had to recruit spies, infiltrate organizations, and intercept communications. Today, you give your information freely, voluntarily. You tell your devices where you are, what you like, who your friends are, and what you're thinking about. You've given them access to your photos, your voice, your contacts, and even your sleep cycles. The irony is haunting. We've become both the spies and the subjects in this new digital surveillance state. Governments quickly realized the potential of this system. In the early 2000s, after the 9/11 attacks, the US government expanded its surveillance programs dramatically. The NSA began collecting data from phone companies and internet providers in the name of national security. But what Snowden revealed in 2013 changed everything. The PRISM program showed that tech companies like Google, Facebook, and Microsoft were directly or indirectly supplying user data to the government. The line between corporate data collection and state surveillance completely vanished. What was once a corporate strategy for profit had now become a tool of state intelligence. And it didn't stop there. Many governments around the world began relying on Silicon Valley's infrastructure for intelligence operations. Instead of wiretaps, they now had APIs. Instead of spies in trench coats, they had algorithms running silently across millions of servers. Governments no longer needed to build their own surveillance networks because tech companies had already done it for them. But here's where it gets even more complicated. As the years went by, these corporations started amassing more power than the states themselves. They weren't bound by national borders. A government's authority ends at its border, but Google's data collection doesn't. Facebook's servers in the US can analyze users in India, Brazil, or Africa in real time. Amazon Web Services hosts massive amounts of government and corporate data worldwide. Apple's devices are everywhere, each one a gateway into the user's private life. In effect, tech giants became global intelligence empires, entities that operate above countries, influencing billions of lives simultaneously. They can observe social trends before any government intelligence report. They can predict political movements, public sentiment, and even crises before they happen simply by analyzing search trends, communication patterns, and online behavior. That's why analysts often say, Google knows when a revolution is coming before the revolutionaries themselves do. Now let's talk about how these systems operate. At the heart of this new intelligence power is something called algorithmic surveillance. Every time you use a device, invisible algorithms record your activity. They analyze your screen time, your typing rhythm, the way you scroll, and the places where you pause. They detect what triggers emotion, what makes you angry, happy, or sad, and then feed that data back into AI models. Over time, these models build psychological profiles, digital dossiers that are more accurate than what most intelligence agencies could produce through traditional means. And the next step is prediction. These systems don't just record what you've done, they predict what you will do. Predictive AI uses past behavior to forecast future actions. This means your phone, your browser, or your smart speaker might already know what you'll search for next week or what kind of ad will make you click. Intelligence agencies once dreamed of predicting human behavior. Tech giants have turned it into a business model. But what happens when this data gets used not just for selling ads, but for manipulating society? That's where the danger lies. Platforms like Facebook and YouTube discovered that by controlling what people see, they could shape what people believe. During the 2016 US elections, massive campaigns used user data to micro-target individuals with personalized political ads. These ads didn't just inform, they manipulated emotions and altered perceptions. It was digital propaganda, precise, invisible, and effective. And it proved one terrifying truth. When you control the flow of information, you can control reality itself. It's not just politics. The same mechanisms influence social behavior, culture, and even mental health. When algorithms prioritize outrage and sensationalism for engagement, they slowly rewire how societies think. They create echo chambers where people only see what confirms their beliefs. Governments used to spend billions on psychological operations and propaganda. Today, tech companies do it automatically because it's profitable. Meanwhile, surveillance technology has extended far beyond computers and phones. Smart TVs, wearables, cars, and even home assistants like Alexa or Google Home are constantly collecting ambient data. They listen, analyze, and learn. You don't even have to type or speak a command. AI can interpret patterns from your background noise, your footsteps, or your voice tone. That means your home, your supposed safe space, is part of a vast listening network. And it's not slowing down. With the rise of artificial intelligence, tech giants now have the ability to process and understand data like never before. They can detect faces in crowds, analyze emotions from expressions, and even generate deepfake content indistinguishable from reality. As AI merges with surveillance data, we're entering a world where not even truth itself is safe. The intelligence agencies of the 20th century gathered secrets. The tech giants of the 21st century create realities. Now ask yourself, who holds these corporations accountable? Governments can't fully regulate them because they depend on them. Citizens can't rebel against them because they've become essential to daily life. These companies are no longer just businesses, they're digital nations, with billions of citizens and unprecedented control over global information. They decide who gets visibility, who gets silenced, and what ideas reach the masses. And yet, the most chilling part is how willingly we've accepted it. We traded privacy for convenience. We gave our trust to devices we barely understand. We assumed free meant harmless, forgetting that when a product is free, you are the product. Every app you download, every selfie you upload, every location you share, it all feeds into a vast network that knows you better than you know yourself. But it doesn't have to stay this way. The first step to reclaiming power is awareness. Understanding how your data is used gives you the choice to resist. Turn off unnecessary permissions. Use privacy-focused browsers. Encrypt your communications. Don't let convenience erase your autonomy. Because privacy isn't about hiding something bad, it's about protecting something precious. Your freedom to think, feel, and choose without invisible influence. The truth is undeniable. The world's most powerful intelligence agencies no longer wear badges or answer to presidents. They wear hoodies, run startups, and sit in glass offices in Silicon Valley. Their weapons aren't guns or satellites, they're algorithms and data centers. Their mission isn't national defense, it's total insight into human behavior. And their agents? You, me, all of us feeding the machine every second we're online. So next time you scroll, search, or speak to your device, remember this. The digital spy doesn't need to break into your home. It's already inside your pocket, silently listening, endlessly learning. So, what do you think? Have tech giants crossed the line between innovation and surveillance? Are we living in a safer, smarter world or a digital panopticon where privacy no longer exists? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and tell me, are you in control of your data or is your data in control of you?